राम नाम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम Everybody has come. Set up. All everybody has not come now. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Ho. 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 Hari Om, everybody has come.
Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Namaskaram, namaskaram.
Pranam, Swamiji.
Hyderabad, Anakonda, complete. Karthik, everybody has come. Chennai team. Everybody has come. Somebody can go inside also. Hari, 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 Hari. You can go inside also. Ishwaram. I am. Hari Om, everybody. By the abundant grace of Beloved Papa, a new dimension in our sadhana is being facilitated by him, by giving us a strong prompting. All of us have been chanting the holy and all-powerful Ramna for the past so many decades. We have, to a very great extent, we have been benefited by it. The very fact that all of us are assembled here is because of the grace of the Ramna. At the same time, we should not limit ourselves to this contentment. You can sit on the floor. You can sit on the floor. No problem. Otherwise, you can go inside. Please sit down. Please sit down. Somebody can sit here. Here also is space is there. Here. The gap you have to leave, that's all. Those who can sit on the floor, they can come forward, give the chair to the elderly people. Sutra can come here. The side of the avoid it, yeah. Leave that gap. Ma. Yes, and Vallam. Ramesh. So what more dimension is required? When we go through Papa's teachings, when we go through his very life, many of you might be knowing, but we are again repeating. So many times we have repeated because that is necessary. Till 1920, Papa was leading an ordinary life, Vittal Rao. He was a grihastha. He had a child, wife there, brothers. He was involved in a textile business, dyeing and selling. Suddenly the business started going down and he had mounting liabilities. Creditors started shouting. So he was passing through a very stressful period. Even at home, he returned that his wife was sick, rheumatic patient, plus she had orthodox views, he had progressive views, so there was always some clash, ideological clash. So he was passing through the severest stressful period in his life. One incident that had taken place, which Papa had explained, but which is not there in the Inquest of God. Papa had himself explained it, that in 1920, Mahatmaji was in Bangalore. So Papa attended as Vittal Rao there. From a distance, he had the darshan of Mahatmaji. And then he had written that was the first spiritual touch. And as you might be knowing that Gandhiji was a great votary of Ramna. And his Ram was also subtle and mysterious power, universal power, not an entity. So Gandhiji was chanting Ram Ram, no? In between. Or the Ramdun session was also there. Must have been there. So Papa started chanting Ram, 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 along with a deep prayer from the bottom of the heart. Where is rest, where is peace? That was the heart's cry of Ramdas, he said. And because of his intensity, he heard, intuitively he heard the voice, trust me, thou shalt be free. And to remember that, trust me, to trust him, we have to remember him. Then he started chanting Ram, 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 Ram. When he started chanting Ram, and when he had this intuitive assurance from the Almighty who is seated within, slowly it gained momentum. And the more he became concentrated upon it, the farther was his receding from the ordinary run of life. So instead of 3 meals, he had reduced to 2 to 1, even one that, boiled potato. And instead of 2-3 dresses, 1 cowpeen and 1 dhoti. And he was lying on mat, not on bed, and constantly chanting Ram, 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 Ram. Even if he had to go out for his professional commitment, in between, even the period ever so small, he was doing it. And he was slowly getting peace. When this was taking place, when he was indifferent to the usual family life, professional life and social life, everybody became panicky, his brothers, wives, child, everybody became panicky. Something has gone wrong with this person. So they were trying that he should be taken to some hospital or something like that. Anyhow, before that they wanted to have a word with his father, who was then in Udupi. Word was sent to Udupi, he rushed up. When father came and looked at him, he knew he was perfectly all right. This is very important. This is going to connect us with tomorrow's program. So he asked, what happened to you, son? So Papa replied, God is making me to chant his name. What is that? God is making me to chant his name. Normally what we used to say, I am chanting the name, no? So in such a short time, he has achieved what has to be achieved. You can sit here. Probably this might not have come to our mind. God is making me to repeat his name. One reason why this was not brought to our notice, it was not there in the inquest of God. In the talks of Swami Ramdas, when a devotee asked something about his previous life, there he explained this. God is making me to repeat his name. Now we are looking at ourselves. We have been chanting for decades now. Have we ever felt that he is making us to chant? Because this is the key for the entire spiritual progress. If one feels that he is making him to chant, then the same thing, he is making us to see. He is making us to hear. He is making us to smell. He is making us to touch. He is making us to taste. He is making us to think. So the entire Kartrutva Bhava, doership, has been handed over to the power, because of which we have come into existence. This particular thing. So how can we attain? Not by any outer activities, only by inward journey. Very often, in his case, he was totally receding from all activities. So he was to himself. In our case, in the midst of so many activities, we are also chanting Rama. Benefit is also there. But the real benefit of handing over our doership to him still remains a distant reality. So tomorrow he is facilitating us as a test trial. One day Mount, when we undertake this, we try to undertake. Sit down. So that is how he is slowly directing us from within. This was there in a different form till 1988 in Ashram. Till 1988, whenever we come here on leave, we used to spend some time in Papa's Samadhi. On those days it was called Home Mandir. Mataji had specifically mentioned immediately after the Samadhi of Papa, in the September issue of the Vision, 1963, that place should be exclusively, it should not have any image, no ritual, nothing. That is the place where we try to connect ourselves with this cosmic principle. So whenever we come here, it will be totally silent. So we come, attend to so many things. We also find time to spend 1 or 2 or 3 hours. And in our pocket we carry small book, say glimpses of divine vision, thus speaks Ramdas, or sayings of Ramdas. We go there, sit, nobody will be there, 1 or 2 people. We read silently, try to absorb the things, and suppose we feel sleepy, we do the protection of the Samadhi. This facility was there. We also remember vividly in 1969, Puja Mataji was leading us. At 11 to 11:30, if we remember right. We all used to go with Mataji, sit there on 2 sides, and there will be total silence. Total silence. Mataji wanted all of us, because she wanted us, many of you might remember, in 2022 when we were celebrating Papa's centenary, we remembered Mataji's words, that she wanted us to go through 11 times of inquest of God, so that you will be entering into the Nirguna Nirakara Shashvatananda Swarupa of Papa. You remember? Anybody? So Mataji wanted us to revere the form and at the same time connect ourselves to the Nirguna Nirakara Tattva. So this facility was available. In 1988, God willed, when Mataji was sick, some devotee wanted to have morning to evening Ramnam, and then God continued. That is why it is being continued. Previously there was no such thing, only the activities in the Bhajan hall. After that, another generation would have come, they would not have had the privilege of knowing this. That is why in the centenary hall there is no photo, because Mataji was very particular, there should not be any image, no ritual, purely you are trying to make an inward journey. Okay, now coming back again, then now it is to be revived. That is why Papa made it possible for us to think in terms of this one-day retreat to start with. So on tomorrow, the book is yet to come. We will read a few portions from the English and we will share some thoughts in different languages. Devotees who visit Anandashram and participate in the chanting of Ramnam and other activities during their stay feel joyous and peaceful while engaged in them. However, this joy and peace do not seem to be sustainable during the non-chanting time and while being involved in their active lives in the ashram and elsewhere. Here comes the relevance of the teachings of beloved Papa, Swami Ramdas, which reminds us that the real purpose of chanting and participating in the ashram routine is to remember him, who is peace and bliss, so that we will be able to gradually realize that everything happens only by his will and he is behind all our thoughts, words and deeds. When we thus start remembering him, a touch of peace and joy will become the undercurrent of all that we think and talk and do. Guided by beloved Papa's words, we understand that the path to the peace and joy is not outside us. So we have to go within ourselves, must go past our senses, mind, intellect, and traverse beyond all our ideas and ideals. These exercises will help transcend all limitation, condition, and taste. We are also reminded that this approach alone will enable us to have the fullest vision and realization of the inherent peace and joy in the form of witness consciousness. Silence and mental contemplation are a great help to the seeker. This one-day retreat on the auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima, the 21st July 2024, is an attempt in this direction. Through this program, participants can make a sincere effort to understand the need for an inward journey, to feel and experience to some extent the working of the senses, body, mind, prana, and also understand how it helps us to rise above these predispositions and gain a glimpse of our true nature, the witness consciousness. In the attitude of silence, the soul finds the path in a clearer light, and what is elusive and deceptive resolves it into crystal clarity. Our life is a long, arduous quest for God, and the soul requires inward restfulness to attain its full height. Inward restfulness. Silence is a part of the spiritual discipline of a votary of God. Beloved Papa says that to make Nama chanting fruitful, which is the link between the devotee and God, the chanter should feel that God is making him or her to chant. Even if we forget the whole portion what we have been reading, if this is imprinted, stamped in our heart, it will have a tremendous effect. But what is the need? To feel that He is making us to chant. To experience, not intellectual knowledge. Beloved Papa says that to make the Nama chanting fruitful, which is the link between the devotee and God, the chanter should feel that God is making him or her to chant. This one-day inward journey is an attempt to experience the power that makes one chant. How is it that I am chanting? How is it that the words are coming now? How is it that we are looking? What is the power behind the eye? The power behind the ear? This is how we start our day. And some clues. Papa's word, all Papa's words. Silence means conservation of mental and physical energy, with a view to tune your will with the divine will and plan. So far we feel that we are planning, we are thinking, we are doing. Now it's an attempt. He is making us to plan. He had made this plan for a day. That is why we are not here. But we think we have come from a different place, we have planned, we have sent an email. This is what normally we are doing. Now we want to understand the truth that He has made it possible for us to be here now and to hear these words. Now and here. All powers have their sources in God. When you meditate on Him, observing external silence with internal peace, the floodgates of immortal joy and power within you are opened and they flow out of you in all their glory. Silence. Outer silence plus inner silence meets silence. The great teachers in all ages and in all climes have taught mankind to turn its vision inward to the glory of the truth, the immortal root of our being. Real peace can be got only by going within ourselves and finding the great reality, God. The quest must be turned inward. So that is how we are very clear now that it is how to feel. Each one is sitting. Tomorrow, now we are sitting. We are hearing, we are thinking, we are seeing. What is the power behind it? Normally, I am sitting, I am hearing, I am seeing. This is the no. Because we have not understood the I. Papa in one of his quotations says, go to the origin of this I. Go to the origin of your and the world life. Every word of Papa has not come from many shastras. It has come from his own experience. That is why it carries such an impact. He is sharing his experience based on his own experience. So when he says, we have to go to the source, that will help us to know the power behind this. That will help us to know that he is making us to chant. So when we ask where from we have come, normally we say we have come from our parents. But later on we find that they were also born to their parents, they were also born to their parents, they were also born to their parents. Please come. So they can't be the first source. Papa writes it as the first source. God is the first source. They can't be the first source. They are the instrumental cause. There, the water is there. So they can't be the first source. For enabling us to easily understand, if you look at the coconut tree here, the coconut tree has come from a seed coconut. That seed coconut has come from another tree. That tree has come from another seed coconut. That seed coconut has come from another tree. We keep on telling this. Where from the first seed coconut started, we don't know. So then we go to the Shastras. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutana. I am the eternal seed of everything, Sarva Bhutana. We have no idea about God, we have no idea about power, nothing. But we believe in the words that start our journey. This starting first cause is mentioned by Papa as the subtle and mysterious power. That is the starting point. Just like when the seed coconut is planted after some time, the tap root comes, the feeder roots come, the stem comes, the branches come, so many things come out. Similarly, from that vision, when I was in my mother's womb, during the 9.5 months, the same vision gave me, brought out the 200 and odd organs in us, which we are all functioning now. And when I came out, I did not bring anything. The same power saw to it that I need air to breathe, water to drink, earth to exist, space to move about, 98.4 degree temperature to keep me alive, sun, rain, metals, minerals, gases, vegetables, pulses, fruits. We have not done anything. The same power has brought this through Mother Nature. Whatever creature comfort we are all enjoying, anything that you name, dress or specs or building or fan or electricity or light, brush or paste or soap or wash basin, commode, road, vehicle, language, education, field of profession, we have not done anything. The same power through its selected instruments started bringing out one by one creature comfort to make us comfortable. We have not done anything. But when we react to events and individuals, we start from me and mine. We hardly think about our souls. We hardly think about the great provider who has been providing everything right from my seed stage up to this moment. Slowly we are trying to understand the power, the relevance of that power. That is why Papa gave us Nam Seva Dhyan. Give a name to this power, start chanting to remember that power. And he gave the name Ram. So this is the real purpose. That is why he said Nama chanting is to remember him. Nobody will be able to chant throughout the waking time because God has also given them family, profession, society. So how to remember him? Papa again answers here, outer activity should be compatible with inner aspiration. Right from the moment we get up from the bed till we retire, this should be imprinted in our mind. That all my activities should bear the stamp of his remembrance. How do I do that? Everything that we handle at home, in the office, with friends, a touch of love, a touch of perfection, a touch of dedication, a touch of gratitude. This is called seva. And the next comes dhyan. So far, we started from an unknown power. We believed the words of Lord Krishna, Bijam Mam Sarvabhutana. Now it has to become a reality to me, no? So Papa here gives the clues. You turn your attention to your heart. Do you do anything? From head to toe, the blood circulates. Do we do anything? Immediately after our meals or breakfast, the digestion takes place. Do we do anything? The breathing takes place. Do we do anything? If these four activities are not there, do we exist? This is what is called life. Life force. So Papa describes, Papa's word, life is the expression of Atman. Jivanam sarvabhuteshu in Bhagavad Gita. I am the life principle in everybody. So now he has become closer now. From an unknown entity, now he has become closer now. We are chanting the name of one who is making my heart to beat, who is making my blood circulate from head to toe, who is making my digestive process, who is making me to breathe. First step. He is there within me. Papa adds two more dimensions. Next dimension is awareness or consciousness. It is not merely a vegetable life, active life. There is consciousness. When you are looking at us, you know that you are looking. You know that you are hearing. You know that you are sitting. You know that you are. Nobody needs to tell you that. The sense of beingness. So that is what is called awareness or consciousness. So life force and consciousness intertwined is God's expression. And one more dimension is there. For example, when there was no mic, somebody should conceive, Nobody is there to tell him about amplifier. Nobody felt the need probably. As soon as the need was felt, we call him scientist, He started thinking. Who gave him the clue? Whether it is right from our paste brush up to anything that we use, we enjoy. When there is no construction, when there is no electricity, when there is no fan, when there is no bulb, when there is no specs, when there is no clothes, what is it that made him to think? Through Mother Nature, the power gave rice, or vegetables. But he made somebody to think about why not we remove the husk? And then the rice came out. And the rice can be cooked. Who told him? Nobody told him. So that is what is called intelligence, primordial intelligence. Buddhir buddhivadamasmi. In Bhagavad Gita he says, I am the intelligence of the intellect. So the subtle and mysterious power Ram means life force, consciousness or awareness, intelligence. So Papa wants us to remember this. So that the entire Kartrutva, the doership, we now know it is not ours. The assumed personality, which is now thinking, that is why we say, I am chanting. So in order that the God makes me to chant, I must go through this process, then only I will know. So these are all the clues. So tomorrow we are trying first to understand there are 7 45 minutes Mauna session. In between there is a walking meditation, a little bit relaxation. But during that sitting time, not that it should be done in the chronological order, what we have mentioned in the booklet. This booklet will be given to you in different languages also. You can go through it again and again today. If need be, you can carry it tomorrow, but we would suggest don't look at it tomorrow. But again, there will be diversion. Tomorrow, by today, it's a small booklet. It will take only 5 minutes or at best 10 minutes. And then again and again, so that these 7 sessions can be effectively made use of. Different language. Or words. So this will be distributed. This is the key one, no? How am I to feel that he is making me to chant? How am I to feel he is making me to do bhajan? How am I to feel he is making me to handle the tabla or harmonium? Then slowly, how am I walking now? How am I hearing now? How am I saying? In our busy activities, it is difficult. So tomorrow, Papa wants us to retire for a whole day. We will conserve the vocal energy. None of us will talk. Right from 6:30 in the morning till 5:30 in the evening, we will not open our mouth. So that there is no interaction. And we equip our mind with going again and again, so that we slowly start doing it. One session, another session. In between one session and another session, many of us are not used to it, so we need some break. So there is what is called this walking meditation. People will come out silently and try this, Every step, every object we see. What is happening now? How is the leg goes? How the next one goes? What is behind it? When you see a plant, when you see a tree, when you see any object, you are consciously looking. Papa has given us one more clue. This can be attained through mental chanting of Ram Nam. So throughout this 6:30 to 5:30 period, as much as possible, we will try to chant Ram Nam mentally. It will, not a word will come out. This mental chanting will, suppose the mind goes outside. There is no outside, but to us there is outside is there. Outside the subject now, okay. So whenever we feel that the mind is not concentrating on the subject on which we wanted to concentrate, immediately this Nama chanting, mental chanting will help us to pull us up, put us on the rails again. So we request you kindly start practicing mental chanting. Papa says, when we chant mentally, that slowly the mind becomes relatively still. And in that stillness we can feel the presence of that power. How? So we are adding 1 or 2 lines. When we close our eyes and when we mentally chant, not initially, after say 5 minutes, 10 minutes or 15 minutes, the vocal we will try first. We close our eyes and chant. We try to hear our own chanting. we close our eyes, we chant vocally. Then we try to hear our own chanting. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 2 times, 3 times, slowly repeat. After 3, 4, mind may go. Again open our eyes, we chant. Now here, because vocal chanting might disturb others, so we try to convert it to mental chanting. After 2 or 3 mental chanting, the mind goes out, open, restart, open, restart, open, restart. And when we start hearing our own mental chanting, Papa says it is paving the way for the emergence of witness consciousness, Sakshi Bhava. And he declares emphatically that itself is God realization. So tomorrow is an attempt, probably not in the first or second or third. As we keep on going from session to session, and by the time we reach the 7th session, all of us will be blessed with a glimpse of that witness consciousness, whose name we are chanting, whose power makes us to chant, whose power makes us active, vibrant, who is the articulating power behind all our thoughts, words and deeds. So this is the broad idea. And for this, what are the general guidance? No? Throughout the retreat, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., all participants will observe silence by not talking to anyone. Avoiding interaction will eliminate the chances of diluting the spirit of silence. Even sign language may be eschewed. But we can't 100% be aware because we may have to look from session to session or from program to program. Nobody will talk, but somebody will show a placard. Only that we will see. To put us again on this track. Participants will put in a constant effort to witness all movements of the body, mind, intellect throughout the day. This is my hand, but I cannot be the hand. This is my specs, I am not the specs. This is my shirt, I am not the shirt. So far we have been identifying ourselves totally with the body. But I can see the body, I can feel the body. Though it is my body, I know that I am not the body. That's why I can witness. Like that, we make something. Different thoughts are coming in our mind. How do we know that different thoughts are coming? If I am thought, mind is nothing but thought flow. If I am mind, how can mind say that? So something is there to witness this. We try to catch that. Like that, These are all examples. Each one has to try in their own way. So participants will put in constant effort to witness all movements of the body, mind and intellect throughout the day. While in session, or sit or move about very quietly without causing disturbance to others. While having meals or tea, maintain silence. Tomorrow morning we will be served with fruits. After? No. Huh? Okay, tomorrow being Guru Purnima day, This is the day on which we are reverentially remembering, and as a token of our love and respect and gratitude for all that He has been doing us, tomorrow we are offering as a token a flower offering. So 7:45 everybody will go to Bhajan Hall, offer after the first sitting session, and then come back to their own place where the breakfast will be served. The breakfast will consist of one nendrapadam, What is it called? Banana.
Kerala banana.
Eh?
Kerala banana.
Kerala banana, boiled one, apple, dry fruits, and a biscuit and tea. Everybody should know this. Oh, I did not know. Nobody should say that. And our lunch will not be the usual lunch one, it will be upma. You can reduce the quantity so that we don't become sleepy, dull, And tomorrow's Guru Purnima Prasad, Shankar Pongal also will be there, 1 or 2 spoons.
Taste.
For taste. And at 4:30 or 4:45, you will have a cup of tea and biscuits. We are trying to, these are all self-imposed discipline. Don't think that Anandasham is imposing it. This is the discipline we are trying now. No? So kindly cooperate with all your wholehearted mind. And then, during the walking meditation, participants are requested to stay silent, focusing on each step mindfully. They may try to see the power responsible for the movements in nature, trees, flowers, birds. Whatever glimpses one experiences during the silent session may be contemplated on during walking meditation. Suppose we try to develop, our mind has got a habit of forming concepts. And the concept will make us think that to remember him we have to retire from all activities. No. So tomorrow we are given an opportunity, not only internal, but also in exposure to the outer world, but with no interaction. This is very important. The moment we interact, we are not seeing the reality. It is colorized by what our mind says. But we are trying to see the world as such, with zero interaction. That is the purpose of this walking meditation. So then we know, there is a harmonious blend of our inner and outer discipline. So that after 5:30 we are back again to our society, our family, our professional field, our various things which we have named it as ours. So there should not be any disconnect. So we are trying to evolve a methodology in one day, some methodology by which there is a harmonious blend of these two. So there are about 45 minutes Mauna session, 4 walking meditation session, 3 in the morning, 1 in the evening. And so that the body also becomes active, Otherwise the body will definitely make it restless. So the word is, this walking meditation will enable everyone to stay in harmony even in the midst of hectic and chaotic worldly activities like being alone in a crowd. We are not stopping the world's activity. But since we are not interacting with anybody, we are just a watcher, observer. Papa's oft-quoted word we used to repeat, the world we live in is a school in which observation and experience offer us immense possibilities for self-improvement. Nay, the word itself is Guru or God. Tomorrow is Guru Purnima Day. So on this Guru Purnima Day, we are also trying to make a walking meditation program where we try to observe, Observe. Participants will have the silent session in room numbers 102, 103, 104 in New Colony and in Centenary Hall. Each session will begin and end with the ringing of a bell. How do we know? We are all participants. One session to another session, walking happens. So our volunteers, sevaks, they will do this bell ringing, so that we will know when next session starts. And some placard will be shown to us as to what exactly is the next session for a few seconds. Each session, though topics have been suggested for the session, participants can choose their own priorities. If anything else you feel to make the inward journey more effective, that is also welcome. After 2 or 3 such sessions, we don't need any such booklet. We straight away go there, that's all. By that time, our mind would have started plumbing deep within ourselves and finding our own core points. But because we are starting for the first time in an organized way, all these suggestions are given. You might have heard about Vipassana sessions organized by the great human lover, Goenkaji, where they conduct the silent session at a stretch for 6 days, 7 days, 11 days. One friend has come here after attending 11 days program in Tiruvannamalai last week. 11 days, no talking. Minimum food, not looking at each other, trying to go within. Now it has gained global approval. So many places it has come because that is the need of the people now. So those who may feel restless in spite of all these things, I don't want to read this, but still, because this should not be used, but just posting the information, that's all. Those who may feel restless because of long hours of sitting during the session may get up silently, leave the session and rejoin again when comfortable. Due to some reason, no bodily trouble. I have committed, then tension will come. Our mind will be preoccupied with that. No. Suppose because of something, some reason, you feel restless, slowly get up. Without making, then after that slowly come back and rejoin. The only suggestion is that silence should be observed even during such breaks. Participants are requested to go through this booklet as many times as possible so as to prepare the mind for fully utilizing each and every session effectively. During the silent session, if needed, participants can use japmala or counting machine for mental chanting. This being the first one, we cannot say because people are used to it. For mental chanting, suppose we have got a mala, it helps us, or a machine. Because of the first one or two sessions we will have this, then slowly we get over that. Even in the absence of that, we should be able to regain. So tomorrow we can use, not that we should use, if need be. Immediately after the first silent session, 7:45 a.m., participants will silently proceed to Bhajan Hall to offer flowers to the Gurus as a part of paying their homage on the occasion of Guru Purnima and then go back to their place for breakfast. Points to ponder during silent session. Focusing on mental chanting to control the mind, which often tends to go wayward. To make our mind nobly silent and perfectly still, beloved Papa advises us, these are his words. Repeat mentally and make the mind repeat the name until all its waves cease and it becomes perfectly still. If it does not easily become still, we have to continue the repetition of the name mentally with an attitude of self-surrender. You have provided everything, you have given me the prompting, but you are not giving me the concentration, please. No? This self-surrender. I cannot do anything, please step in. This will gradually lead to develop witness consciousness. Becoming aware of the play of the senses without fear or favor. Desire is the longing to enjoy pleasures of the senses. We have 5 senses. We want to see beautiful things, we want to hear sweet voice, we want to smell fragrant things, we want to taste sweet food or drink, we want to touch smooth things. These are called desires to enjoy the pleasures of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. They keep our mind distracted. Think about the power behind the senses. Third, knowing the functions of the body and the power behind the functions. Our heart beats about 1 lakh times a day and 35 million times a year. That is why we are alive. No? But are we aware? It pumps 6 liters of blood through 1,20,000 kilometers of blood vessels in a day. That is why we can move like this. No? Do we recognize? In 1 second, we are producing 1.2 million of red blood cells to replace an equal number that die. Our digestive and metabolic system have the remarkable ability to transform the food we eat into blood, bone, body. The air we breathe but cannot see contains oxygen, which is exchanged for excess carbon dioxide inside our bodies and then expelled without our being aware of it. We are trying to understand the power of what are We have taken it as granted, no? The wisdom necessary to fertilize an egg, the seed in my mother's womb, that's called. The wisdom necessary to fertilize an egg and turn it into a fully grown or man or woman is beyond our intelligence. At the helm of this pinnacle of perfection is the brain, overseeing all these miraculous activities, dwell on the power behind all these activities of the body. Recognizing the importance of breath controls to regulate the body and mind and the power behind them. Pranayama consists of inhaling, retaining, exhaling the breath. It is essentially a practice of breath control so that we can have harmonious breathing. Breathing has so an important bearing upon the state of our mind. When the breathing is harmonized and regularized, our mind becomes calm. That is why breathing exercise is resorted to. And finally, this is the one. Observing the rising and passing of thoughts and the power behind them. Papa again says, many rules have to be observed for control of mind. Observance of silence is one of them. Who is observing silence? Let us try to find out. Who is observing silence? Let us try to find out. Sit silent, detach yourself from the mind, watch its activities. The watcher is the real you, the self-immortal. So these are all some points that might help us. So this has come out in the form of a program also is there, slight changes. I will just go through the program. By 6:30, we all assemble in our place. Because of the unprecedented crowd who have come and told us that they will attend, which has touched my husband. That is tomorrow evening. The venue, previously we thought, we can have it in New Colony. But when the figure was swelling up, it was difficult to accommodate everybody there. You should not be comfortably seated, no? So then the suggestion was given that we will have gents and ladies separate. Ladies will have 35 ladies will be here and 17 will be in one hall in New Colony. 102. 103 and 104 gents will be here. So it is now almost 55 gents and ladies. I was telling them on a lighter way when we were watching the election result. From morning they were trying to combine. At one time they will say ladies are up. Then they will say no, the gents are up. Now it has come to a stage where they are almost equal. So 55 there, 54, 35 plus another 37, 38 and 17. So the morning, 6:30, everyone will know where they have to go now. As soon as, how do we do that?
Call the name.
They will call the name and then they will give you the chitta. The chitta will be given. The building name will be written there so that you know where you have to come, here or there. There will not be any confusion. So 6:30 we all assemble here, and then 6:30 to 7 o'clock. 6:30, 6:44, okay. And then up to 7 o'clock, Papa's Ramnam, recorded. So that will be played. We all start our mental chanting along with it. First step towards this whole program. Even if the mind goes, we can bring it back when we hear Papa's next line, next line, next line. Then 7 to 7:45, the first session starts. Then 7:45, first ladies will go and offer, then gents will offer. Those who are not attending, you as usual 7:20, 7:15, the session will be there. We will be going there, sitting there, we will be giving flowers, and after that we will wait for the ladies to come after 7:45. Then they will also be coming. So after the flower offering, you will come back here only. Breakfast will be served here. Breakfast will be served there. Then the second silent session starts, 8:45 to 9:30. Then 9:30 to 10, we have that walking meditation. We come out. Varuna Bhagavan is obliging us now. Till day for yesterday, it was torrential rain. But now he is giving us a respite. So we hope and pray that it continues tomorrow. Walking meditation. Ayodhya one, at the back of our new colony, there is a place where camps are conducted. A lot of trees, plants are there. From there, these people want to go to the fodder land as well as a paddy field. In ashram also they can choose. Not talking to anybody, purely concentrating on walking and also on the flowers, trees and plants and birds, butterflies, anything. So walking meditation. 10 to 10:45 again, third session.
Ladies இங்கே இருக்கிற சென்டினரி வரலாற்றி ஜென்ஸ் and ladies அங்கே இருக்கிற only lunch time வந்து அயோத்தியாசம் 2 மணிக்கு அங்கே இருக்கிறவங்க அந்த லன்ச்சில்
Then you will be
அயோத்தியாசம் எல்லாரும் வாக்கிங்னா அயோத்தியா வச்சுருக்காங்க அப்போ
No, even there also, it is not that everybody is walking together, no? Everybody is not walking together. Our sevaks will lead us. We can go along with them. It is not that everybody is joining and everybody is walking together. They may walk, 2 or 3 people, that is okay. But our attention is only on the walking and the trees and plants. And the fourth session, so 11:15 to 12, again silent session, 12 to 12:30, walking meditation. After 12:30, sorry. After 12 walking meditation, and somebody said followed by eating meditation. Walking meditation, not joking, though it appears to be a joke, but no, serious. So 12 o'clock, walking meditation you will find in that, but walking meditation leads to eating meditation. We all go to Bhojanshala at 12 o'clock. Separately we will be served with our food. Then we come back and up to 1:30.
participants will enter the canteen in the back room, that's it.
That somebody can do.
Not the regular behind.
Somebody will guide as to how we should enter the Bhojanshala. They are also silent. Everything will be served. We will not utter a word. Eating meditation starts. Somebody was suggesting us in Vipassana, chewing, not eating is important. So that we try to become aware of. Nowadays we eat, our mind will be going elsewhere. But tomorrow we are trying that method. So then 1:30 to 12:30 to 1:30. 1:30 to 1:45, again we come, Papa's recorded chanting will be going on. We mentally chant, settle down ourselves, and then enter into the fifth silent session, 1:45 to 2:30. Then 2:30 to 3 again walking meditation. Then 3 to 3:45, 6 silence meditation. Then there is a tea break 3:45 to 4:15 p.m. and 4:15 to 5, seventh final silent session. Then 5 to 5:30 chorus chanting. We can open our mouth. And then 5:30 we all proceed to the Samadhi Mandir for joining the Arati program. This will be given to everybody. Kindly go through it again and again. And then this will be pasted here in 2, 3, 4 places. Whenever we want to know what is that, suppose you are not taken, what is the next program, that is also available. After the session, when we retire to our respective rooms, participants may observe silence to the extent possible. Not that immediately we should speak. The impact will be there. When we observe for such a long hours, there will be a tendency to retain even without our knowledge. Or if at all we are to hold, we limit ourselves to the few words. To the extent possible for the rest of the day. We may also reflect on the learning during the various sessions and jot down our experience. If we feel like, we may share through email next day, not on that. So that means tomorrow also, after when we retire to our room, kindly make a note of the point that welled up in your heart, so that it again and again, it gets riveted, stamped in our heart. And if you feel like sharing with us, okay. And then every day, wherever we are in ashram or everywhere, we will try to spend 5 to 10 minutes on the same fashion, or half an hour if it is possible, so that it slowly becomes a routine in our life. Not only during this period. How to stretch it, to what extent is to stretch it, what should be the duration, all left to everybody. So even in ashram, we will try to bring, morning now, we have the session in our room, 15 minutes slow chanting and then 15 minutes mental chanting. Those who are interested, we can even shift it to the centenary hall where we can have during any of these periods. So when we go home, let us try to bring this to the extent possible. Before we close, the final, the crux of the whole program. For the sake of Malayali friends, ഈ പരിപാടിയിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്നവർ ഈ പരിപാടിയിലൂടെ ഇന്ദ്രിയങ്ങൾ, ശരീരം, മനസ്സ്, പ്രാണൻ എന്നിവയുടെ പ്രവർത്തനത്തെ കുറച്ചുകൂടി അനുഭവിക്കുന്നതിനും ആന്തരിക യാത്രയുടെ ആവശ്യകതയെ തിരിച്ചറിയുന്നതിനും ഇവയെല്ലാം തരണം ചെയ്ത് ഉയരുന്നതിനും യഥാർത്ഥ സ്വഭാവത്തിൻ്റെ സമാഹാര അവലോകനം, അനുഭവം ലഭിക്കുന്നതിനും എങ്ങനെ സഹായകമാണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നതിനും ഹൃദയപൂർവ്വം ശ്രമിക്കുക. നമ്മുടെ യഥാർത്ഥ സ്വഭാവം സാക്ഷിഭാവമാണ് എന്നെപ്പോഴും വരണം. അതാണ് ലക്ഷ്യം. ഉള്ളിലുള്ള സാക്ഷിയാണ് ഞാനെന്ന പ്രതിഭാസത്തെ വളർത്തിയിരുന്നത്. ഞാൻ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് സംസാരിക്കുന്നത്, ഞാൻ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നാമം ചൊല്ലുന്നത്, ഞാൻ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് കാണുന്നത്, കേൾക്കുന്നത്, രുചിക്കുന്നത്, മണക്കുന്നത്, തൊടുന്നത്, ചിന്തിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതെല്ലാം ആ ഒരു ശക്തി കൊണ്ടാണെന്നുള്ളൊരു ബോധം എന്നിൽ ഉണ്ടാവാനുള്ള ശ്രമമാണ് നാളെ ഞാൻ തുടങ്ങുന്നത്. മൗനവും ഉൾമുഖ ചിന്തനയും சாதகர்களுக்கு பேருதவியாக இருக்கும். இந்த ஒரு நாள் சாதனா முகாம் மேற்கூறிய லட்சியத்தை அடைய செய்யும் ஒரு முயற்சியே ஆகும். இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியின் மூலம் பங்கேறும் பக்தர்கள் அவர்களின் உணர்வுகள், உடல், மனம், பிராணன் ஆகியவற்றின் செயல்பாட்டை ஒரு அளவிற்கு உணரவும் அனுபவிக்கவும் உள்நோக்கி பயணம் அவசியமாகிறது. மேலும் அது இவை அனைத்திற்கும் மேலாக உயர்ந்து நமது உண்மை இயல்பை, சாட்சிய பேருணர்வை அறிய செய்கிறது. Through this program, participants can make a sincere effort to understand the need for an inward journey, to feel and experience to some extent the workings of senses, body, mind, prana, and also understand how it helps us rise above these predispositions and gain a glimpse of our true nature, the witness consciousness. आत्मचिंतन के इस शिविर के माध्यम से इसमें भाग लेने वाले प्रतियोगी शुद्ध भाव से यह प्रयास करते हैं कि वे अंतर्मुखी यात्रा की महत्व और आवश्यकता को महसूस कर सके और उसका अनुभव कर सके। यह यात्रा उन्हें कुछ कृत तक अपनी इंद्रियों, शरीर, मन तथा प्राण के कायों के समझने में मदद करती है और यह भी समझाने में सहायता करती है कि इन सबसे ऊपर उठकर ही हम अपनी वास्तविक प्रकृति साक्षी चेतना की एक झलक पा सकते हैं। हिंदी is all right. Now comes my real test. Telugu. I will not be able to. She can say that, but it's very difficult. You can correct me. Really, having written, ఈ ప్రోగ్రాములో పాల్గొనేవారు సరియా ఈ ప్రోగ్రాం ద్వారా ఇంద్రియములు, శరీరము, మనస్సు, ప్రాణం ఒక్క పనిని పొందవరడు. సరియా అర్థమైందా? అనుభూతి పొందవరడు, అనుభూతి చెందడానికి మరియు అనుభవించడానికి అంతర్యాత్ర యొక్క ఆవశ్యకతను గ్రహించాడగిని మరియు వీటన్నింటిని అధిగమించి అనుభవం పొందడానికి ఎలా సహాయపడుతుందో గ్రహించడానికి హృదయపూర్వక ప్రయత్నం చేస్తారు. మన వాస్తవ స్వభావం సాక్షి భావన. అర్థమైందా? ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్? So sorry, we have taken for 15 minutes more. So now the books will be, how will we give the different books? Books. Okay, you will read. So you will all sit here. Whenever you will tell your name, or he will call the name. Sorry, he will call the name. You will get up. The books will be given to you there. Where are our volunteers?
Who should go to which room, you will give the name.
No.
That is only to the people who are given their names. What about the people who want to participate but who are not given their names?
Now they will take the names.
Order welcome.
So I have not given.
You can go. Either these rooms we will provide everything. Don't worry.
Somewhere I can go.
At the end of this, whoever is not received the
Receive the
name,
name.
just tell us, we will note the name and we will tell you that. No problem.
Those who have not given their name.
Now,
We have got 109, it can become 200, no problem.
Now we thought of having only 20-25 people. Papa made it possible to prompt 108 people to give their names. With no publicity, with no mobilizing, with no nothing. No? The wonderful way in which with their touch and kindle.
As to spare chairs for Sanal, something.
Take it.
Available.
Yes.
Like chanting, can we do a lip movement?
Lip movement.
Try to avoid.
And how about-
Initially, if it is
Okay.
again, suppose you find it difficult. So you are trying to evolve a methodology by which total silence.
Can we write Ramna?
No, nothing will be taken
no
inside.
writing.
No mobile, please. Mobile will not be, because that will spoil our whole program. No mobile, no books, nothing will be taken.
No food.
Yes, when you say food, those who feel, suppose they are diabetic, they are not comfortable, they can silently go to the canteen and take whatever they want and come back. Okay? As far as possible, try to stick. One day, heaven is not going to fall. No? As far as possible, try to live. Okay? So now they will read out one by one, and the book will be given to them. Their language also. You make a try, then you start. മലയാളം ഒരാൾക്ക് തമിഴ് ഒരാൾക്ക്